And we are live. So last left off, we had just basically caused a little bit of problems with the town, got in a fist fight. You know, the usual. Now we're gonna see. Got a couple side quests.
Bringing the guardians to farm our land.
You talk bigger bollocks than a new race unicorn.
Hey, Roach. Let's do the thing, Roach.
My fight for the razor.
By my leave.
Your grand told me about Smithville. Now can listen to me a slingshot.
The thing about side quests in this game is you don't really ever have to read them, because as soon as you actually get like
take it easy.
They'll hook you up. They'll basically tell you what to do. Yeah, I feel like this is one of the most like believable, dense worlds I've ever seen in the game, so it's really just a joy to explore them.
Hey there.
Am I guarding anything? No, I ain't doing shit. Alright, I will talk as loud as I can, but it's very late and people are asleep, so I'm doing what I can.
Do that often? Talk to your dog?
It's my brother's, Bastion's, but guess he's mine now. See, Bastion fought the Black Ones in a battle just outside the village. Haven't had word of him since. I told him, do like I did, lose a finger or two so they won't recruit you. Too damn afeard he was. Bloody hell.
I'd walk the battlefield if I were you.
I did.
I think it's his
Sea of
posture, yeah.
corpses. And corpsers, feeding. Someone told me they were afeard of fire, so I took a torch, tried to chase them off. Horse shite, I tell you. Would have ended up eaten alive if it weren't for Hussar here. Listen, guessing you carry those swords for more than show. Come with me, keep the ghouls off. Help me find Bastion and I'll pay you well.
Fine, I'll help you. Just been a few days since the battle. Chances we find your brother alive are slim. Very slim.
I would have thought, but I want to find his body at least. So Bastion don't rot there in the sun with the Black Ones.
So that's
Meet me on
racist.
the hill overlooking the battlefield. We'll move on together from there.
I generally don't bother with the horse unless it's a long run, just because there's a lot of stuff. Hey, point of interest. Hello, friends. Oh, they're like, they're the corpses of people who died at sea. Sweet. Free stuff. Do love free stuff. Well, I mean, you don't really have a choice. They're everywhere. Like, this world is infested with monsters. Like, it's probably one of the most dangerous high fantasy settings I've ever seen. Bad guys are basically everywhere. Speaking of, like, this isn't an exaggeration for video game's sake. This is just what the world's like in the books. Oh shit. Oh yeah, the music in this game is great.
Ghoul nest. Ought to just destroy it.
Uh-oh. Yeah, that's one thing I like about the combat in this game is that the enemies don't hesitate to gangbang, you know, it's not like Assassin's Creed where they wait their turn one at a time. They actually all come and they pretty much just, they'll fuck you up. Yeah, this is a very dark setting. Maybe one of the darkest I've ever seen.
You're here, good. Bastion... his body must be here somewhere.
Among countless others. Want to examine them one by one? Could take a while.
You needn't fret. The recruits from White Orchard painted a small flower on their shields so as to be able to spot each other in battle. There was just a few of them. We look for the flowers, we'll find Bastion quick.
No offense, but many a soldier's dropped his shield. Especially if he was on the losing side.
If we find the
yeah,
shield
the
alone,
war's
the
made it a
sun will
lot
catch the
worse
scent
here.
and lead us to Bastion. Come on. Sooner we get this done, the better.
Yeah, the monsters are extra bad here because there's a war. That's one thing that kind of messes up the setting even more.
So many corpses. And the war's just started.
Yeah, so speak of the devil. Just alright. How are we doing? I like this dude just running around with a flashlight. Yeah, generally overall. Like, it's kind of, you're supposed to, you know, bury people deep. One weird thing is, like, there are some cultures that cremate them, and then other ones are like, no, we'd rather have monsters than cremate because it's super sacrilegious. So, that's pretty interesting. I don't know why I'm bothering looting these guys. I'm not gonna have anything decent.
That him?
No. Neighbour's son.
It's like a leather one. Let's use...
Come on, Hassan. Can you smell Bastion, boy?
Stun lock, son. I should actually probably stick to Quinn because I need to heal, so... Most of the side missions in this game are really good, so it's kind of dumb.
That him?
No. Doesn't look anything like him. Come on, Hussar. Can you smell Bastion, boy? Still nothing.
I'm kind of surprised how hard I'm not being hit, but I guess it's because it's the first zone I'm on New Game Plus, so I've got really good gear. But, come on, one more shield. This damn mission. Oh, boom, just to get him on my way. Oh, there we go. Huh? Doesn't count on it. That's on their shield, isn't it? Really? Be surprised considering how many ghouls there are? I mean, have you seen how this is kind of crawling with undead? I'm not really surprised they haven't looted it. No, it's not. It's super common. It's just very dangerous, and people are cowards. Axe head, huh? I'll probably break that down into materials. No one's really magically inclined in this. I mean, they are, but it's super rare. Like, magic isn't common in this setting at all. It's really rare.
Skin's burned off. Might be hard to tell, I know, but could this be him?
Bastian was big, broad-shouldered. This one seems smaller, but maybe it's the fire did that. He found him! Hussar's caught his scent! Come on!
The dog makes weird sounds. What kind of dog just goes... It's like you can't decide whether it wants to growl or not. I've had a lot of dogs and I've never heard one make this sound.
But there is more. My lieutenant demanded we defecate on command. Ballista bolts, landing all around, and all he could say was, "A soldier with a full stomach will not step onto the battlefield." Now shit, that is an order. Can you believe it? The cretin.
Stop! You're killing me. My ribs. It hurts to laugh.
That needs a tourniquet. But first, want to explain
I
what's
love the
going
detail
on
on
here?
the clothing in this game.
Bastian! Is he... Has this Nilfgaardian captured you?
No. He saved my life. I got a cut to my side, and then got hit in the head. Couldn't see anything. Rosin here found me as he crawled across the battlefield. His legs twisted. And so we were. Blind man leading a cripple. Found this place.
My short shorts, dude.
I'm taking you home. We need to see to these wounds.
I won't leave Rosin here. Alone he'll die. And he can't go back to his home. He's deserted. They'll hang him.
And what if they find him with us? They'll hang us all, my Laisha included. No, the Blacken stays here.
Bastion only made it with the Black One's help. Maybe you ought to show him Nordlings aren't as barbarous as Nilfgaardians make us out to be.
Well, I could give him our pa's clothes, teach him to work the field. But that accent... Fine, I'll take him in. Thank you, Witcher. Your reward, and the gods protect you.
I like the way quests tend to turn out in this game. They never really kind of have a simple way of going. His accent, he has a crazy... I mean, did you hear his accent? Let's go deal with the devil by the well. That's a fun one. Come on, horse.
Go, go.
Luke. Yeah, the way they place the accents in the game is actually really cool. Nilfgaardians are like Russian-inspired. Oh yeah.
Magic. A place of power.
Oh yes. Motherfucker.
Ghoul nest. Ought to just destroy it.
Later, Gator. Yeah, I like this because, like, remember how we were playing Mass Effect 3 and there were a lot of narrative things we were making fun of? I haven't really found much I could make fun of in this setting. Like, it feels held together a lot better. And the writing is just a
Come
lot
on.
more, I think, consistent. Oh yeah, ability point. Already got all the talents I actually want, so I'm just kind of dumping points now, but that was nice.
Take it easy.
Jeez, what the hell? Yeah, why did I reset my quest?
Any shortcuts?
Let's see. I think so. Or I think it's just where they kind of hide during the daylight or something. Not during the daylight, but like to get away from humans. I think they primarily travel underground, and they just come out to feed. And that's why. So they can't come out of the hole. It's like, you know, closing off a tunnel.
Greetings, good man. Having trouble with your well? That's what I read.
Aye, 'tis haunted. Has been for a good 20 years.
20? So why'd you put out a notice just now?
Because earlier on we drew our water from the river. But so many corpses floating in it after the battle it's turned noxious. My daughter Mandy drank half a pitcher. Felt dreadfully ill, can't keep nothing down. She grows worse by the day. Herbalist claims you fight a fever with drink. And not beer nor cider, but
Yep.
water. Clear, pure water.
It's actually pretty
And where am I
interesting
to get
how
that?
things
Not from
work
the
in this
well.
setting.
But first, the ghost's got to be driven away. And it don't let any man near.
This ghost. Describe it for me.
Well, it's awful
You'll see.
frightening. Awful.
I meant, what does
It's
it
best
look
that I
like?
don't spoil.
It looks like a woman, but fresh from the grave. Wears a dirty dress, all rags, its skin flaking off its bones, and it howls like it's suffering.
Some wraith. Or maybe an alp.
If you don't wallop it, Master, if you don't take care of it, that is, it'll come kill me daughter.
Fine, I'll help. Where's this well?
In Havel, a settlement on the heights. It's abandoned now, no one ventures there on account of the ghost being about. Drive it off, please.
I like the way his hair goes into his collar so it won't clip. It actually, like, that's a really nice attention to detail. I mean, it still clips a little bit in the back, but it's a lot better than it would be otherwise. Hey, get out of the way, kid. Dunked on. Ooh, a storm's coming up, I think. I love the way the weather is in this game. It's just the world feels very immersive. Oh, well, I could go on about that forever, and I probably will. Yeah, me too. I said the detail is just great. It's very organic. Everything feels handcrafted.
The infamous well. Strange. No sign of a ghost. Maybe it only shows at a certain time of day.
Oh shit, I'm just using a decoction. Ah, well, whatever.
Grass around the well's scorched.
Yeah, you actually do need to look in the well, but it's not letting me. So I guess the right angle, I guess.
Grass around the
I know.
well scorched.
There we go. Yeah, it's... The game's a little reliant on
Bodies
the
dried to a crisp. Signs of burns. All signs point to a noon wraith.
Yeah, it's actually really cool how they do
Something's
it.
tied the noon wraith to this place. An object. Something she needs before she'll leave this world.
Like I said, it uses the Witcher senses a lot, but his narration is what sells it, you know, like, the gameplay of it isn't great, but the narration is cool. Wow, it's fucking nothing. Alright, let's try the next one. Yeah, it's what sells a lot of the side quests. Like I said, it's just it's a very believable and fleshed out world. Nah, maybe.
Journal.
What's this though?
Might be useful.
The writing is really cool. I actually read these.
That bracelet might be what ties the woman's spirit to this place.
Boy, I think the bracelet's actually in here. I missed it.
A man, stabbed with a knife, died on the spot. Animals fed on his body, picked his skeleton clean. More blood stains over there. But it's not his blood. Blood stains, barely visible. Someone was dragged this way. Someone who was still alive. Palm prints in blood. Small hands. A woman's. Someone dragged her out. She was wounded. Fought for her life. No body in sight, but might still find some tracks.
Yeah,
Under the
basically.
right conditions, bloodstains can remain visible for decades. Another print by the well.
He can tell a lot. There we go. Now we can look at the well, I believe. Just gotta do a little circle around it. And warm up.
Noon Wraith won't stray too far from the well.
He wants to let me. Hang on. Come on. Oh, there we go. There it is. Very tiny.
Bloodstains. Almost faded. But the line's taut. Something's not right. A corpse, hanged by the bucket rope. Woman the journal belonged to. Must be. Wide pelvis, small jaw. A woman. Around 30, judging by the teeth. Left arm's missing. Need to cremate the remains. Gotta find the object that binds her to this place before I do, though. Was she wearing the bracelet from her husband? Might be why her arm fell off. Gotta jump down there. Hope I don't break my legs.
Yep. Well, he's been doing this for like 90 years, so... There's a bracelet. I like how the bracelet's actually like, it's not just some random thing you have to find, because there's no water current really down here, so it's just, you know, right under her. This is not where I saw it, I think. Oh, no kidding.
Lucky not to come up empty-handed. A bracelet with an inscription. To Claire, from Volker. Bracelet must have belonged to the woman in the well. Lovely craftsmanship, but I'll have to burn it with the body to get rid of the Noon Wraith for good. Better do it near the well.
Yeah, it really is. So, and now, here's the thing. Oh, really? I love his voice. I think he's very, like when he's, you know, when he's investigating like this, he sounds very, like, meditative and sort of, you know, thoughtful. But then, like, he has very wry sarcasm when talking to other people. Like, when he's being funny. But yeah, when you consider the fact that this game's like twice the size of Skyrim, it's pretty crazy. Yeah. We'll see what you think after a bit more. I mean, if you're interested in watching when I play, so... That's true, but I feel like self-narration kind of always...
Need to prepare for this fight. Brew some wraith oil. Drink some potions.
I already drank a decoction, I'll be alright. Yeah, I mean, we can do it like Mass Effect if you want, or I'll play when you watch, but it's a really long game, so that's up to you. You need to watch fairly often because I gotta do this LP, so it's up to you though. And anything you missed you can see on the LP, so there is that if you're interested. Alright, let's do this.
And the bracelet. Igni.
Hey baby, how you doing?
Hey, I think it worked.
Ah shit, can't hit her. Let's try this. Oh, see? Okay, wow. Okay, this game is not fucking around now. Jeez. That was my bad. Let's try that again. First death. Did they nerf the... Hold up, I think one of my items isn't working right, because it used to. Maybe I do need to prep better. Jeez. Yeah, I used the decoction. Does it not? Man, did they nerf it? Oh, that'd be funny if they nerf it, because it used to refill your... There we go. Okay, I got it now. They nerfed the decoction I used to abuse. Yeah, well, what it is that you used to be able to just use Whirl while you had this decoction active, and it would refill your health instantly all the time. But it looks like they got rid of that, so...
And the bracelet.
Okay, second try, we can see it. Okay, we need Yurden to be able to hit her. Oh, you know what I forgot to do is this. Yep. Oh, who's this? Jeez, lady.
She's gone. For good.
These are really good load times for how good the game looks.
This is too much. Dark and putrid.
Okay. Actually, I do need to check my mutagens real quick. Thank you for reminding me. I forget how to combine them. Is it here? No, I don't want that. Ah, here we go. Yeah, I don't think you can do it with unique mutagens. I think it's just a multiplicable. Maybe. Yes, I do. I get hungry. Okay. Alright, let's go turn this on.
Leder Nordling.
Looks like I'm doing okay on mutagens right now. I like how Geralt's sprint actually has a bit of sprint to it, you know, like dude can book it. Dude knows what he's about. No low time either.
Job done. The well was haunted by the ghost of a woman who was killed there. I drove it away.
I just hope every unburied wretch don't start haunting us. Well, that battlefield's gonna cause us a heap of trouble.
If they do, you know who to contact. Meanwhile, Claire, Volker.
His beard's getting
Names
longer.
ring a bell?
I don't know him. Though I did hear our herbalist Tamira mention a Claire once. Same one, maybe? Your reward, Master Witcher. The gold I'd hid away for Mandy's dowry. Without you, she'd never have lived to wed. Now, let's hope for it, at least.
I'm super rich. It would be nice.
At this point, doubt I'll ever marry. You keep the coin from Mandy, her wedding. Raise a toast to my health then.
Thank you. Master Witcher.
Yup.
Them's warm words. You've a good heart. But I can't let you go empty-handed. Take this, at least.
Alright, that knocks out our side quest, so we can get back to the main mission. Let's see what the game is. Come on, Roach. There we go.
Run, Roach.
Some hair physics, though. Ooh, hold up. Let's see a quest. Oh, this quest is hilarious.
Lost your key, ma'am?
No, not me key. Me pan. It's always sat there empty, this hut. That is, till the night of all the battle. A man arrived, walked right in like 'twere his own. Was standing in the window, peering at the goings-on. He must have been me, 'cause next I knew, there he was, coming my way. So, I grabbed me pan for protection, see? But he just asks all polite, Gran, got any birch bark by chance? Lilac berries or even a few coals? Nay, says I. And you must be right daft to pester folk at night with such foolery. But I sees he ain't listening, just staring at me pan like a magpie at a copper. Lend it to me, Gran. I'll give it back come morn. He's right baffled for what's he doing, frying in the dark.
Yeah, the voice acting in the game was
I've got a
generally really
soft
good.
heart, so I gave it to him.
Fascinating story. Any chance you're nearing the end?
Before dawn, another rode up to the hut. But come morn, only the first fella left. Locked the door, hopped on his horse, and that were all I saw of him, and me pan. 'Twere old, black with sort, not worth much, I suppose, but I've no other. Will you help me, dearie? Bring an old widower pan. I could never break down that door myself. And in truth, I'm afeard to go in any road. Such a stench wafting out. Methinks the other fellow, well, that he's lying there.
Never taken on a pan contract. Fine, I'll go in, look around. You should wait here, just in case.
I really like this quest because, you know, it starts out, it's totally a generic RPG side quest, right? It's the most simple, banal thing that there could be. And it's a great example of how, like, this game kind of twists everything.
A corpse. Explains the stench. His throat. He was garroted. And some old scars. Kind of soldier might have.
What's that, dearie?
Nothing. Nothing.
Bard's Tale. You were thinking of the Bard's Tale.
Documents. Almost entirely burnt. A few pieces still legible.
But when I gab to myself, they say I'm going barmy.
Shut up, old lady. Yeah, I'm really high level, so we're gonna find really good loot in stupid fucking places. Interesting. So he was a traitor to the Nilfgaardians, looks like.
Ah, the priceless frying pan. Scrubbed clean. Looks like the mystery man didn't need the pan so much as the soot off it to make ink, write letters.
Found the pan, have ye?
Jeez, lady, calm down. Good, we'll help you eat better.
Here, your frying pan.
Mine? But mine were black with soot, and I could see myself in this one if I wanted. But them years are past.
It was the soot the man needed. He scraped it off to make ink. Must have had an urgent letter to write. Urgently burned some other documents too.
And the other fellow?
Dead. Round up a few boys and bury him outside the village. Deep, so the necrophages don't dig him up. And take my advice. Don't mention this to the Nilfgaardians.
Hang about! You've earned a token of thanks. Here, sonny, for the road.
It's funny that she calls him Sonny because Geralt probably has at least 30 years on her.
Fry up a nice
Geralt's 97 years old, so... Alright, let's go meet the Nilfgaardians. Good job, horse.
Come on.
This is like the worst horse in video games, I'm not gonna lie to you. They did improve it though. They patched the horse a lot, and that helped. Yeah, he's a pretty jaded dude. Oh shit! Oh, check out the fur on these wolves. Wait, am I using the right sword? Yeah, okay, I got my steel sword out. Oh, soul sword. Come on, horse. What you got? There's a lot of these down here. Ooh, guarded treasure, no wonder. Oh, hell, great bag. Oh, no. Shut yourself up. Where's my crossbow? Oh, get interrupted. Yeah, check out the fur quality on the shield. No. I should get away from that. Oh, Jesus. Ow. Oh. I thought I could initiate world. Wow. Okay, so yeah, this game's not fucking around here. Lordy, 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 I do declare.
Fry up a nice white fish for supper.
Yep.
Or a pipe.
Cannons and stuff exist. I don't think personal firearms have been invented yet, so that's something. Okay, so I need to change my whole build, because with them nerfing that decoction, my build sucks now. Wrong sword. That's the one. That's kind of one reason I'm struggling. My build was dependent on something they nerfed the shit out of. So.
Damn, you're ugly.
That's rude. Why don't you just stop dancing away from me? It was pretty early, but they were super primitive. It was just a tube full of gunpowder. But then that's kind of the role that magic serves here, so... Okay, let's try this again. This time with fire. Actually, let's do the show first. Here lies Geralt, swarmed by wolves. Something good for all this trouble. Dumplings? Delicious. Pretty good ingots. Alright, I'll try that out as well.
Very glad.
There you go, have yourself.
Military camp. No locals allowed without the express consent of the garrison commander.
I look like a local to you?
You look like trouble.
Dead wrong. I make trouble go away. I'm a witcher.
A witcher?
Captain Peter Sagwin Levy is in the tower. Turn right, past the gate.
That's a hell of a name.
You black ones aren't so scary after all. Can even be nice
Man,
if you
that
want
lighting
to.
is so good.
Don't get accustomed, Nordling.
To the tower. Go.
Yeah, the Nilfgaardians are kind of ridiculous in a lot of ways.
Barbarians.
We must requisition a share of your harvest.
Aye, Your Excellency.
I know there is little left in your granaries. But soldiers are men too, and so they must eat. How much grain will your village give?
Whatever you say, Your Excellency.
Look at my hands. Look. See the calluses? These are not the hands of an excellency, but of a farmer. So we speak peasant to peasant. How much can you give?
40 bushels. There'd be more, sir, but our lads, the Temerians, that is, took from us earlier and...
You will give 30, and that will do. Let us settle on it, and I wish to see the transport soon.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you kindly.
I summoned only the Elderman and the smith, Willis. But it is said he is a dwarf. You are too tall to be him.
Very perceptive of you. Geralt of Rivia, Witcher.
Vatgern. This explains why I did not hear your footsteps. What do you seek here?
Yennefer of Vengerberg. Where was she headed?
That is a military secret.
Haven't thrown me out yet. Haven't called the guards. So go ahead. What's your price?
There is a griffin in the area. Slay it. And then I shall see what I can do.
Why do you care about this griffin?
Because I care about people. The beast has killed 10 already, including a few of my men. To hunt it, I would need to mobilize the entire garrison, comb the woods, organize a batu. Simply impossible.
Too big a hassle?
No, too high a risk. I cannot disperse my forces. Temeria's army we have crushed, but its common folk remain, ready to answer a call to arms. So, as to this griffin, I can sit on my hands, or hire a professional.
It's a deal. Some questions before I start. Know where the griffin has its lair?
It kept to the Vulpine Woods at first. I sent a patrol there, 5 young men. A hunter found them 2 days on. They only recognized them because they wore our plate. Since then, the Griffin has grown bold. Attacks in villages, fields, on the main road.
Meaning it's abandoned its lair. Gonna have to set a trap.
I judge from your tone this will not be easy. What do you require?
I'll need bait. A specific herb. Buckthorn. Scent should lure the Griffin from 10 miles off.
Buckthorn? I do not know this. But I am not yet fluent in the common
They
tongue.
weren't identifying it, they were killing it.
Probably mastered the basics, though. Hands up. Kill them.
No. First came idioms. Don't play with fire, for example. Go to Tomira, an herbalist. She lives near the crossroads. She will aid you.
Well, Nilfgaard doesn't have monsters, so they're not really acquainted with dealing with them. So it's he underestimated the Griffin.
Need more information about this Griffin. Its sex, why it's abandoned its lair.
Shall I bring you witnesses?
They won't say anything I don't already know. I need to go where your men died. Look around. What's the name of the hunter who found them?
Mislav. He has a hut south of the village, very near the wood.
Maybe.
Helpful fellow. A little strange, though.
Tamira and Mislav. Thanks.
Es sunt jakten.
Does he not know I speak Nilfgaardian? Ooh, pretty. Beautiful morning. Okay, I'm gonna have to get somewhere with a little more room to work. I guess my horse doesn't want to come crashing through the Nilfgaardians.
Run, Roach.
Griffins are pretty cool in this setting. I think you'll like it.
Whoa, Master Witcher.
What?
What happened?
Monsters. Monsters from the swamp. Folk said the road was fraught with peril, but I wouldn't listen. Got my comeuppance now.
Nice hat, dude.
Less moaning, more details. What happened, and how can I help? And remember, I don't work for free. Witcher's code and all.
He's got a baby face.
Was on my way to the Black Ones to trade. Suddenly my horse got spooked, ran clear off the road. We hit a bump, I went flying and the horse and cart rolled on. Then I heard bubbling, neighing, slurping. Something came out from the muck, devoured Asher, hooves and all. No doubt my goods are still on the cart, but I'm too afeard to go and see. Thought maybe you... I'm most concerned about a little box. Bring it to me.
Yeah, I think you're here for my last playthrough. I did this mission. That's a fun one.
Fine, I'll go. Let you know if I find that box.
It's a sick, easy quest.
Cart tracks. Rode off into the swamp. Here's the cart. An arrow. mention this. Interesting. I should take a look around.
They're using alchemical processes.
Must be that box he mentioned. Splattered with blood. Human blood. Come on! Square in the neck. Good shot. Either the merchant's got serious memory problems, or he's lying.
There was just a man with a diaper on his head.
Oh, and you find the box?
Yeah, found your priceless chest. And someone who looks an awful lot like a cart driver, with an arrow through his neck. No dryads in these swamps, and never known a drowner or a water hag to use a bow, so lacking any other suspects, I'm guessing.
Watch out! Behind you!
There's nothing behind me. I'm a witcher, I'd have heard it. Just like I can hear your heart, which is
I love this
pounding,
expression here.
like a liar's. Best hope you're a better rider than you are a liar.
Okay, this is a really long little time.
Giddy up. Come on now.
That is screaming. I love it.
Gotta get him out of here. Wake up. See? Can't run from the truth. Not even on horseback. Now who are you, and why'd you attack that cart?
Private First Class John Giermer, Temerian 6th Division, 2nd Regiment. Disbanded, but still active. Underground, in the woods. That was a medical transport. I'd be damned if it reached the Black Ones. And the medicine, the lads could use it too. We've many ill among us. You let me go, and they might live and fight once more for a free North.
Yeah, whatever.
Fine. Go. And may you and your soldier buddies hiding in the bushes be victorious in your struggle against Nilfgaard.
You've a vile sense of humor. But you're a decent man. Here, the gold I promised. Use it well. Drink to the silver lilies, and to Foltest's memory.
Tell me how to live my life. Considering the fact that Luke's galloping, Geralt's pretty fast on foot. Yeah, it's like, it's kind of the stability versus chaos argument. But right now I lean towards Nilfgaard because Temeria was alright, but Temeria's been disbanded, and Redania is the only northern kingdom left standing, and it's being led by a complete fucking madman. So there's no good choice here, but between Temeria and Redania, I would pick Temeria. Between Nilfgaard and Redania, I'd pick Nilfgaard. I like how dense the foliage is. Like, it's not very high res, but it reacts to your environment. So.
Anyone home? Must be out hunting. Trail's fresh. Mislav just left home.
Yeah. And it's hard to say because, like, the Nilfgaardians, they were basically straight up Nazis in the books, but in the games, they're a little bit softer because, like, the Emperor's getting... Because, you know, the games are, like, after the books, kind of non-canon, but they take place, and the Emperor's gotten older and a little softer, so... We're fighting a bear. What are you doing? Okay, this hasn't happened before. What are you doing, you... Okay, we're fighting a bear. Jesus Christ.
You, Mislav?
Hear that?
Alright, welcome to shoots a bear.
No. Wild dogs.
Yes. More dangerous than wolves.
Dogs more dangerous than wolves? Don't think so.
It's the truth. Know why?
No, but I guess you're about to tell me.
Wolves hunt to fill their bellies. Wild dogs kill for sport.
Just like humans.
Aye. They've learned much from us. Why not cruelty
Oh,
too?
good. What am I eating? Mini cocoa cookies, marshmallows, cranberries, and strawberry drops. Nice.
I'm hunting bigger game. The Nilfgaardians the Griffin killed. Where'd you find them?
Ah, I see. You a witcher. That monster slayer they's talking about in the village.
I have no idea. Maybe.
I'll show you, sure. But, I gotta kill those mutts before they hurt someone. Will you help? That is,
I guess if they've
you
been
don't mind
abused,
blunting
you know?
your silver blades on them?
Sure. Griffin's not going anywhere.
No. Dogs might, though. So step careful now. Come on.
These dogs been a problem for a while now?
Since the war started. Soldier on the march. He'll stop to rape a woman, strangle her, kill her man for a chuckle, even butcher a cow. But a dog, a kick in passing, no more. So these stray mutts form packs. They're gaunt, guts stuck to their Too late. Attacked another one.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not some kind of dog.
Damn, you're ugly.
Dieter.
You know him?
We served at the Lord's Manor together, where the Black Army's encamped now. He was a stable hand, I was the Lord's hunter. But that was before... Well,
maybe the dude's
a
just
long
wrong.
time ago.
Before what?
Before they drove me from the village.
What did you do?
Nothing. I'm a freak. Sorry. I'd rather not talk about it.
I'm a freak too.
Aye, but of another kind.
If it's lycanthropy, I can help.
What?
Lycanthropy. Werewolves. Handled a few cases in the past. It's usually a simple curse that...
The Lord's son, Florian, and I... we loved each other. Dieter walked in on us in the stables.
Yeah, he called it.
They drove me away. Florian hanged himself. Lord started drinking, and the estate fell into ruin. That's the long and short of it.
Now here's the cool thing. These stories are all connected. The Noon Wraith that we found back at the well. Remember I was talking about the Lord's son who died? Same thing. It's the same kid.
I'm sorry.
And I know why he died.
Ancient history now. I was to show you where I found the Nilfgaardians. Come.
Griffin,
detail
know
like that
anything about it?
Oh, not much. It's not my kind of game.
You're his kind, though. Survival instincts alone ought to make you care.
I walk silent through the woods. No griffin can hear me nor spy me.
I can hear you, dude. You're literally jogging right now. No, if the griffin was here right now, it would see you. You're out in the open, and you're jogging. And you're talking. I live through the woods. Oh, that's all.
'Twas here. One lay there, by the stump, headless. The other hung from a branch, guts splayed, stretching down to... Watch out for yourself now.
I'll be fine. Not the first griffin I've dealt with. Not likely to be the last either.
Hope you're right. Good hunting now.
One thing I really like is how the potions that Geralt takes make the veins on his face black because they're so toxic. Like, that's pretty cool.
Nilfgaardians were celebrating. Griffin interrupted them. Ground's black, saturated with blood. A camp. These prints are older and deeper, heavily armored. Nilfgaardians, probably.
You'll see. It does, doesn't it? Very interesting thought.
Griffin's nest. What remains of it, at least. Corpse is a couple of weeks old. Still alive when the griffin brought him here. Took a long time dying. Female. Larvae in her wounds have already hatched. Been dead at least a week. Other griffin must be a male. Deep cuts over the whole body. Not a drop of blood on the beak or claws. Didn't defend herself. Crept up on her while she slept. Beak tips worn. Gray hairs in the coat. 10, 12 years old. Griffins pair off for life when young. Male must be about the same age. Thick shaft, dense barbs. A royal griffin.
Or a cat dick.
Explains why the male I ran into was so aggressive. Hunted the Nilfgaardians down here in the forest first, then started prowling the area. Done what I could. Should talk to Vesemir.
Fuck off, I gotta get the bait. Speed. Good points. Okay, well, everyone's actually not that super useful right now, so we're gonna do... let's see. Are there any alchemy talents that I should be using that I'm missing out on? Boring. Oh, you know what talent I need to grab is the one I can use adrenaline points to buy, to unlock. Where is it? It's... So you can use adrenaline points to... Where is it? Maybe it's in another tree. Yeah, that's basically the setting. Oh wait, no, I think it's one of these talents, isn't it? That's the one. Rage management. Okay, what do you want to drop for it? Alternate. And I still use puppet sometimes. Not really. Power tolerance, razor focus, that's a good one. Probably don't need that extra intensity. Let's drop that one. And equip this one. There we go. Alrighty, so let's see. Quests. Oh, I've already got the bait because I talked to the herbalist before, so. Oh, that's a fun conversation. She got a nice booty. Yeah. She got a big booty, so I call her Big Booty. Let's see if I remember where her house is, because she actually fleshes out that story a little bit more. There she is. Yeah, we're gonna. Let's look. I actually want to show you her because she's very interesting. So, hey, abandoned village. Dealio is over there. Yeah, hopefully we can knock out the griffin before I go to bed. That'll be a good stopping point. Oh, this is where the noon wraith was. Duh. Yeah, this herbalist is actually one of the most interesting characters, I feel like. When the time of the white frost comes, do not eat the yellow snow, really. Yeah, he does have a sense of humor. Lazon, you. Griffin fight's pretty cool, it's the first boss of the game, basically. Oh yeah, look at that. That is massive, Jesus. Sorry, I shouldn't, but... Carol got some booty too, honestly, so this game is very equal representation as booty.
Yes?
Hello.
Listen, ever heard of a woman named Claire? Lived around here?
Heard of her? A mild way to put it. Claire was a friend. The only person dear to me in all of White Orchard. Until her husband, Volker, quarreled with the lord of the manor. He then gathered the family, moved out into the woods to start a new settlement. The lord and his retinue rode there to convince them to return. They were to be civil. No forcing, no bloodshed, but... You saw. Word is Claire said something about the lord's son, Florian. Something that made the lord furious. But who knows the truth?
So you see?
Lots of misfortune for such a small village.
'Tis so in every village. Even the smallest. You need only ask. But let's not end on a teary note. Here, a bit of solace.
So, you know, long story short, Lord's son is gay, gets found out with the hunter, hunter leaves, son kills himself, Lord is grieving, this woman who he tried to claim first rights on had moved away, he goes to talk to her, she basically talks about how his son's gay, that sends him into a rage, he kills her, hence the Noon Wraith.
Yes?
Griffin do that to her?
Delina. Yes. Attacked her at night. She was walking in the woods.
At night? Through the woods? In wartime?
Meeting a boy. The young, you know, do foolish things for love. Wounds are healing, but she will die. Blood's pooling in her skull. Nothing my brews can do to help.
Could try to help her with one of my potions. Swallow can heal internal hemorrhages.
But
Witcher's potions aren't for humans.
she'll die as it is.
Yes, a peaceful death soothed by your concoctions. If I give her Swallow and something goes wrong, the whole village will hear her screams.
I understand. Do as you will.
Tell me something about yourself. What's your story?
A sad one. Do you know the Temple of Melitele in Alanda?
Do I know it? Can't remember how many times I've been there, how many times Mother Neneka stitched me up.
We must have missed each other. I started to become a healer under Mother Neneka.
Right.
I was but 18 when they took me in. An age at which teachings interest one far less than love. There was a boy, Goslav. He'd bare his chest to work.
You're not entirely right.
The novices couldn't keep their eyes off him, tripped over their own feet, dropped things. I left the temple for him. We passed a lovely summer together, and then he left. Neneke refused to take me back. My parents uttered not a word, gave me a travel cloak and a small coin pouch. I struggled long to find a place where I'd feel safe, needed, until I finally arrived here. End of story.
Farewell.
Yes?
Fuck it, you'll...
Got a potion for Lena. Swallow.
First sign of spring. Symbol of rebirth. Fitting as names go.
We'll see. Like I said, could harm her. Deeply. Works on me immediately. But I have a faster metabolism. Effects won't appear in her case for a few days.
Why'd you choose this in the end?
Decided it was better than doing nothing.
I like you, Witcher. Here. A small gift. For giving a damn.
Brad, let's go kill us. Wow, okay, wow, I got a lot of experience for doing that. New game plus experience on. It's tasty. So tasty.
Don't you look at me? It's raining, it's
Looking for trouble.
pouring, and Vermeer's pouring.
Will you raise a glass with me?
It's Durban now. D-E-R.
Good man. Whose field is that, the other side of the river?
By the wood. Boy in Climmix. Good lad, Master Witcher. Though he...
Yes, yes, this boy. Will he venture out to inspect his grain anytime soon?
What for? Harvest is a long way off yet.
Yes. What is it, Wolf?
Realize it's been half a year since we hunted down that fiend in Varun?
Yes. Well, that was more than a fiend. What was that bastard's name? Drugan? May the soil lie light upon him. Things used to be simpler. Monsters were bad, humans good. Now, everything's all confused.
Used to be exactly the same. You've just forgotten.
Do well not to point up my age. You're near a century old yourself.
Got good news and bad news. Good news first. Captain of the Nilfgaardian garrison knows where Yennefer went.
And the bad's that we have to kill the Griffin for him. What else could he want from two witchers? Go on. Tell me what you know.
Griffin's abandoned its lair. Gotta make a lure, set a trap.
And how's that going?
Got the buckthorn.
Ought to work like a charm. Powerful scent.
I love his
More
voice.
like stench.
City boy. Rotting meat, manure, piss. Standard smells of the countryside. Remember Tredegor? Hunting that Zoogle in the trash heap? You spent half the next day bathing, scrubbing yourself.
How can I forget? You ever gonna stop bringing that up? Learned some things. It's a male, had its nest in the Vulpine Woods. The Nilfgaardians burned the woods down, killed its mate, smashed their eggs. Thought they'd fixed things.
It's always the same. Instead of sending for a professional, they try to do it themselves, only end up making matters worse. Fine. If everything's ready, say the word and we'll get to work.
I'm ready. No point in waiting. Let's find a good spot to ambush it.
Picked one out already, other side of the stream. There's fields and a grove. Plenty of room and far enough so no one will
Yeah,
get
they just
in
like
our
messing
way.
with each other.
Good. Meet you there.
Your gran told me about the snake.
Oh, let's meditate a bit.
Lad went missing one day, so folk nagged a witchman that was hunting nearby and started poking him, asking. When he started twisting and squirming, so wham bam, they knocked his head off.
Oh, so it was. Except it was some drowner that had supped on the kid. Witcher had naught to do with it. What did the folk do? They could have sewed his head back on. Word is, they laid his corpse to rest. Hush, hush, hush.
Couldn't decide. Should we druid or Saxon?
Time to rest. Well, the same they couldn't. That's what she said. Taint like they could send their sew the head back on.
A stream, amber waves of grain. Charming place. Perfect for an ambush.
I know how to choose them. So, ready?
Let's start. Wind's good. Bait's scent will spread quickly.
Now all we have to do is wait. Come on.
Can you just bring
we
a
can
fake sheep with you?
cower in the shade of those birches.
So tell me, once we find Yennefer, what'll you do? Got your eye on a contract?
No. I'll go to Kaer Morhen.
Little early to settle in for the winter.
Snows are a way off, yes. And that's what worries me. Nilfgaard's crossed the Pontar in the east. Puts them maybe a week's march from Kaer Morhen. If they reach the valley before snows can cover the passes, well, we need to cover our tracks, hide our paths. Speaking of winter and wintering, think you'll come this year?
Maybe. Might bring a guest.
Oh, the physics on the Griffin are great. I love this part.
Hear that? It's close.
Let's go give it a warm welcome.
Wait. Take this.
And now I've got two.
A crossbow.
Won it in a card game while you ran around. Might come in handy.
A witcher with a crossbow? We breaking with tradition?
Stop talking. Got a griffin to kill.
You'll see.
Watch out! It's about to dive! Damn! It's fast! Don't let it get away!
think he's glitching. Not really That's kind of anticlimactic. I think he glitched out on us because I hit him so hard at the beginning. Oh well. It's not a very hard fight anyway, so he didn't miss much.
Not bad. Not bad.
Yeah, I think there was
Though
glitching
you
there.
could stand to improve some things.
Man spends his whole life learning.
Not a witcher, unless he doesn't want to live long. But more on that later. Take the Griffin's head to the Black Ones. I'll ready our horses. Meet me at the inn.
Yeah, that fight kind of fucked up there. He's supposed to be a lot more aggressive, but I think I hit him at like just the wrong time, and it made him kind of mess up because he was doing like the crash animation the whole time. So. Yeah, pretty much. Oh well. We'll fight a bunch of them in the game, so you'll get to see. Plus that one's super weak, so we'll fight better, stronger ones. Yeah, there's a Witcher. Oh, the crit. Oh,
magic.
Barrels. Something I won't have to deal with this fucker. Okay, yeah, I get it. Fuck. Damn. In terms of gameplay, it was pretty awful, yeah. Had really good writing, though, just like this one. Oh, let's not waste that ability. Yep, tasty. Holy shit, that's a lot of damage. Did I do like... Oh no, wait, no, it was already injured. Stupid. Hey, it's that Witcher they killed. Oh no, a Witch Hunter, not a Witcher. I'll say, how'd they kill a Witcher? Oh, wait, no, I think they actually did kill a Witcher. I just... Yep, there he is. Legendary Viper Silver Sword. Interesting, let's check that out real quick. Oh, wait, crafty. They thought he had killed the kid. Remember, people think Witchers are like monsters, so. Witchers, Legendary Viper. Mine's a little better. Still interesting. Maybe I can find better virgins. Wow, better versions. Maybe I can find some better virgins. Ah, yes. Yes. Oh yeah, I forgot about Fire Stream. If it's any good. Higher stamina regeneration and combat. I mean, are there any talents I have that I don't care for? That one's important. Adrenaline loss upon taking damage is lowered by 100%. Yeah, I need that one. Witchers are so fragile, he may not... I mean, plus not all Witchers are created equal. Geralt is really good even by Witcher standards. That's a good one. That's a good one. No longer strange stamina. No, I need that one. I don't really use Puppet, honestly. Maybe I should, though. I don't remember if puppet's any good. We'll hang on to this point for right now. Right. Even Geralt isn't. In the books, Geralt, at the end of the books, he dies to a peasant with a pitchfork. Because he didn't see it because he was exhausted from fighting, and he thought the guy was his friend. So, like, Witchers are just as fragile as other humans. It's just they heal faster because of their potions and their mutations, and they have better reflexes and training. So they're kind of like Spartans from Halo almost, in a weird way, without their armor. Come on. It's like they still have human limitations. They're just better humans, but they're not unstoppable death machines. Burning, that's right. Alright, we'll rip up White Oak Ridge here and then move on. Well, it's that, and they're trained from childhood and mutated, so even as children, they're basically superhuman mutants. So, you know, they have much better reflexes, healing. So, like, you know, it's harder to hit them, but if you do...
Go on, Enkazer! Make way! What the hell is this?
Right.
You take me for a blind man or a fool? This grain is rotten.
I didn't know.
So, a fool. Damn it, you'll never learn. Military Codex, Article 2, Section 3.
Well, they didn't.
For the delivery of defective goods, 15 lashes with a knout. Make it so.
Oh, no, no! By the gods, no!
What?
Guess you've dropped your good uncle act.
It was no act. I extended a hand to these people. They spat on it.
Could it be because it held the sword that killed their loved ones?
Tja, a moralist. And what would you do in my stead?
Wouldn't ever be in your stead.
Tell me why you've come.
Fulfilled my end of the bargain. Your turn. Where'd Yennefer go?
To Vizima.
She was a day's ride from here the whole time? Under my nose? Might have said so.
Yes, I might have. But you would not have killed the griffin. Tit for tat. Halt! We are not done. It's yours, this gold. I would not want you to say you were inadequately compensated.
I'll take it.
Quite a lot.
Mercy! Please!
A knotted whip.
True. Northern women bathe once every 3 moons.
Yep.
We meet again.
Thank you for saving me. People say all kinds of things about witches, but I've always known yours to be an honorable guild.
Usually
You managed to salvage some goods.
Yes, but I await the repair of my wagon. As time passes, my losses grow. Do you need something? I'll let it go half-free.
Let me have a look at your stock.
Really? Wow, that's some good gear here. But I have set bonuses and those are worth something. Yeah, so I download some weight.
Take care.
Oh, I love this part. It really fleshes out the universe in a cool way to me. Oh, they can't open the door. What the fuck? What the hell?
Yennefer's in Vizima. Got a few friends there, so... Something wrong?
Look around. Trouble brewing.
Who are they?
Patriots. Drinking their 7th round for Temeria. Fists starting to itch.
Don't see any Nilfgaardians.
They'll find another foe. I'll buy some provisions for the journey. Then we'll go. Geralt, we should stay out of it. Just this once.
What happened to the lilies?
Took him down.
Took them down to hang a golden sun there now.
I cannot show Temerian colours. They'll come and burn the tavern down.
Maybe it's true what they say. You fond of the Imperials? You Nilfgaard's whore?
I'll let that pass. I know grief eats at your heart.
You know shit. They hanged my sister, dragged her out the cloister like a dog. Said Nilfgaard's no place for superstition, that they don't fear the wrath of the gods. And you, do you fear it? If not for Annie, your child would have choked on its navel string. You owe your son to my sister attending to the birth, and you don't fear the gods' wrath. You don't fear it, you cunt! Leave me be!
Recognize this medallion? You know what it means. Back off.
You all right?
They say witches steal young'uns.
Oh, Shindy.
That's true. What the Emperor promised you freaks? Your own land? Like he did the elves once?
Get out, all of you.
We ain't going nowhere. And neither are you.
They won't back down now.
I can see that.
I'm too old for this shit.
It's all right. It's over.
Leave me be! Get away!
See his face! God save us!
Be gone, and don't ever come back.
So much for not getting involved. Come on, let's go.
Oh.
That brawl, we didn't start it.
Excuses, excuses. You've not changed a bit.
Yen? How?
I received a report about a witcher who'd appeared in White Orchard. I knew it was you, looking for me. I might have waited until you found me, but... well, you know me. Patience has never been my strong suit. It's... good to see you, Geralt. I'd even embrace you. Were you not covered in blood?
Sorry. Wasn't expecting to see you. To be honest, this isn't at all how I imagined we'd meet.
How did you imagine it?
You didn't imagine you'd have a Nilfgaardian escort. Don't get me wrong, Yennefer. I'm glad to see you. But I do think you owe us an explanation.
And I shall provide it. In Vizima. Ready your horses.
We can talk here. Some charming orchards nearby. In bloom even, so you almost can't smell the corpses.
A tempting proposition. Sadly, I must say no. You see, someone awaits you in Vizima. Someone who doesn't like to be kept waiting. Emperor Emir var Emrys, or to those on more intimate terms with him, the white flame dancing on the graves of his foes.
Doubt I number among that group. Far as I remember, last time we saw each other, he wanted to kill me.
Well, now he wishes to make you an offer.
The kind one can't refuse?
I didn't, though I could have.
Fine. Guess I'm willing to hear him out.
The Emperor of Nilfgaard, Lord of Metina, Ebbing and Gamera, Sovereign of Nazaire and Vicovaro will feel honored, I'm sure.
What about you?
I'm going in the opposite direction. I somehow doubt the Emperor's invitation mentioned me. Besides, I've got things to do at Kaer Morhen, remember?
Yeah, I remember. Thanks for your help, Vesemir. See you soon.
How's your horse? Swift?
Can't complain. Why do you ask?
I'd like to be back behind some thick city walls as soon as possible.
Recently.
Knowing you, it was probably filthy.
Just the beginning. But then...
But then?
That's not actually her usual outfit. I think I enabled a DLC outfit for her. Yeah, see, different outfit on her cutscene. Oops.
This bard's tale begins near White Orchard, with my dear friend Geralt of Rivia seeking his lover of yore, the sorceress Yennefer. She'd eluded him for years, but now seemed just a few steps ahead. After many trials and tribulations, Geralt finally learned that Yen was in nearby Vizima.
Weird.
It must suffice.
Thinkamir cares if I'm clean.
The gentleman will refer to His Imperial Majesty by his full title or not at all. The gentleman will be seated on the bergère.
The what now?
In that chair. Cletwin, Please shave the gentleman's sideburns to half an inch.
No problem.
What's wrong with my beard? Always thought it added to my dignity.
It does. Yet it also detracts from your elegance. In Nilfgaard, we consider beards hard on the eyes. Especially beards infested with lice.
Been on the road a while. Fine, do your thing.
Tilt your head back, please, and sit still.
And prepare to answer some questions.
General, I am not certain this is the appropriate time.
I can't think of a better time. Men turn honest when they feel a blade at their throat. Morvran Voris, commander of the Alba Division. Before they take you in to see the Emperor, Witcher, there's some information I need you to verify.
Nothing really. Basically, I just have to be shaved before I can go see the
It's
Emperor.
one that must be seen to.
Sure. Paperwork's gotta be in order.
So, Geralt of Rivia. Place of birth unknown. Parents unknown. Age unknown. All insignificant details. Let us proceed to more recent events. The siege of La Valette Castle. The fate of the defending commander, one Arian.
We fought on opposing sides, true. Then we landed in the same dungeon. Arian escaped, set fire to the castle on his way out.
So that is how the blade started. Our reports suggested the dragon was responsible. Moving on. You then found shelter in charming Flotsam, and from there made your way to Vergen. My question is how?
I left Flotsam with Yorvith, commander of a Scoia'tael unit.
A slayer of monsters and a slayer of men. You forge interesting alliances.
Something tells me my most interesting is yet to come. Go on, next question, before my beard grows back in.
We shall shave you again if it does. Very well. The infamous summit at Loch Muin. You were there. And once again meddled in the affairs of the mighty.
Not at all. I meddled in a personal affair. Helped Yorvith lift the spell that held Saskia.
Yes. And in doing so, gave Radovid a reason to begin his witch hunts. Congratulations.
Nilfgaard recently started a war, unprovoked. So do us both a favor and stop moralizing.
The gentleman must sit still. I'm almost done.
I'm afraid I might find that difficult. Because, from what I know, shortly afterwards you watched a defective megascope blow your friend Sheila de Tanserville to bits.
I watched her get in the megascope, but ultimately freed her. From the trap your man Letho of Gullet had set. Write that down. I want to be sure the paperwork's in order now.
Well, national interest calls on one to forge difficult alliances at times. Alliances with witches included.
Yeah, it's a multi-purpose device.
That an ongoing alliance? What's Letho up to?
I had hoped you would answer that question.
Ah, so Letho's hiding from you. Must have a good reason. Was there a shift in national interest that might have caused that? I don't know where he is. Wouldn't tell you if I did anyway. Blade or no blade to my throat.
I believe that is all. Your signature, please, affirming you stated the whole truth,
a giant
nothing
plate
but the
gauntlets?
truth, on
What the
pain of
fucking
imprisonment or death, etc., etc.
deploy?
Here and here.
With these formalities seen to, I would ask the general to leave the room. We shall be choosing the gentleman's attire. An important matter, but one that does not require the general's assistance.
Shame. I might have given you some advice. So long, Geralt. Good luck with your audience.
Nah, Jesus, what the fuck?
Feels more like I'm being readied for a wedding.
Were that so, I would have prepared the gentleman a frock, a tailcoat, or possibly a dinner jacket. In point of fact, the gentleman will choose from these garments.
Black, black, or black?
We do not like garish colors in Nilfgaard. The gentleman will tell me once he has chosen an outfit.
This is actually where I need to call it here. I was just waiting to have control and be able to save again. But, yeah, you do choose. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here, and we will kick up the next session next time. So, oof.